Technical difficulties. Hello, everybody. How is everybody today? Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Lois. Sorry about that. I was having some technical difficulties. Colleen, Melissa, Kim, hi. Is it not on my face? See, hold on. Better? Well, I got a double chin. Hi, Tracy. Ah, gotcha. Hi, Shirley. All right, so today we're going to try something different. The keyword there is try. Hi, Laura. Hi, Nancy. Ooh, I'm just throwing stuff around. I'm doing great today. Hi, Courtney. We are going to try our hand at a zipper bag. Operative word being try. Okay, so here are little parts here. There's a bird over here, a little ribbon over there. Let's iron some stuff. Haven't read comments yet. I will. Okay. Good morning, Teresa. Hmm. Hi, Janet. Good evening. Spray myself. So, I love fat quarters, but I hate the wrinkles they have. What does everybody do to get the wrinkles out of their fat quarters? Do you starch? Do you have flattener? Do you just mist? Do you just use a dry iron? What's everybody do out there? Thank you for reminding everybody. Must thank you, everybody. You iron. Melissa says she irons. Teresa says she starch. Lois says she starts. Starch. Starch. Ooh, I can't even speak today. So iron and mist with water if stubborn creases. Yeah. Ooh. I use Mary Ellen. What is Mary Ellen? Mary Ellen's. You guys hear that? That's my work phone going off. I am not answering it. Ooh, your vacation. I'm so excited for you. Ah, and the starch. Okay. I got you. I'm with you now. Oh, best press. I got you. I got you. I had never heard it called. I don't use best press, so maybe that's why I didn't know. Oh no. Yeah. I miss my Molly. She passed away a while back, and we haven't gotten another dog. I'm not sure I'm ready for one. So I got 8 chickens, a lizard, and some bees instead. I had the bees when I had Molly. I had the lizard when I had Molly too, but no. The 8 chickadees who have feathers. They have little feathers on their wings and little feathers on their little bodies. They're growing so fast. Hi, Patty. Tracy says I don't use either because I can only find scented options for it. Squeaky chair has a little language all its own. Iron this up. So while I was at retreat, one of the girls let me use this, and I don't know how well you guys can see that, to get just the wrinkles out when you open up the back quarter. It's $1.89. I was like, all right, for that, I can get a little bit of that. Usually I use flattener if I have an issue, but that really helped to get out the wrinkles, and I just use a tiny, tiny mist of it. Okay. Down there. It's the way. All right. Let's open up our little ruler. Is that not the cutest little ruler? Open this up. That is great. Okay. Where's the instructions? We need the instructions, please. It says, note, cut the mesh with scissors so that you can keep the grid lines straight. Wow, you were quick, Colleen. I was like, wait a minute, isn't that the stuff I was using? Ah, this is why she has a wrench, ladies. Um, it is more of a template versus a ruler according to the instructions. Um, so we shall see. And it has little each of the markings, I don't know how well you can see that. Each of the markings has seam lines. That's also the gripper on it. So um, it is, what is it? It is the Strippy Stars tool. It has 8 different sizes. Units float, so you do not have to worry about cutting off your points. So this is the instructions on how to use the ruler. And see, you like, it's kind of similar to, oh, I'm dropping it. So like you make the lines and then you sew it on and fold it over and trim the fabric. So it kind of reminds me of paper piecing and stuff. So, but there's no paper. So, oh, part of my sewing instructions, it basically says follow the instructions on the stars tool. It is the ruler I got in the subscription box the other day. And so then this is the pattern that came with it. And it said that it was a -2 hour project. So I thought this would be perfect to do today if we can figure out how to work it. So we have our cutting instructions for the fabric. We have all our 3 of our pieces, our mesh. So the only thing to do is to make sure that we use this properly. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Colleen. Putting up the links and finding all this stuff. All right. I may actually grab a piece of scrap fabric and make sure I'm doing this before I use that fabric. We might do that. Sorry, I did not mean to yawn at you guys. one of the girls that I shared a room with at retreat, she's good at making these bags. I mean, everything all her shower bags, everything was something she made. I was gonna make a bag, but she was busy with another project, and I didn't want to bother her. And she's like, "Well, you're not gonna make that project?" I'm like, "No, because I feel like I would need your help, and you're busy." So this replaces the two-piece tri-ruler set, creates spiky 8 point. Yes, 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 it does. Okay, so let's read our instructions here. So after you cut everything, and then it says follow the instructions on the creative grid ruler. The back of 12 of the pieces. No worries, Janet. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. You get some rest. So, hmm, okay. Let's get a piece of scrap fabric to play with before we um do, 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 do. Hello, Monica. Welcome. Let's see. So it like has me mark them out on each of the squares. And then so one side of the triangle to a strip of fabric all the way down. Anyway, can you see that? Hi, Kathy. Good morning. So that's what it says to do. And it's just this little one. So I have some strips of fabric here. It'll make a nice little, and then my little temporary thing. And we'll see if we can make one before we start cutting up that fabric. Make sure we understand what we're doing. We need to understand the assignment before we go cutting up the project. I know, more coffee. I'm with you. Bring me some back too, Teresa. Hi, Sandra. All right, let's move this out the way temporarily. We don't want to accidentally cut nothing we didn't mean to. Okay. I'm like, where did I do my ruler? Right here. All right, so it even has like a little on the um, insert. It even has a section that tells you each of the sizes and which sizes for each part that it'll work for. Less likely to lose a screw your way. I lose screws and pins and needles and okay, so we're gonna do nose is itchy. It's kind of chilly today. Let's see. We're gonna do What size is that? That's 2.5. Um, yeah, yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, maybe. That was great. What did I just cut that at? Do, 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 do. See, this is what happens when you've been up all night. Um, Gotta go yawning again. Oh my goodness. Oh. Need a fine marking tool, it says. Ta-da. Make sure that you are at least a 1/4 inch away from the edge, it says. That's why I made it a bigger piece than I probably needed. I would rather trim extra than not have enough. Okay. Oh, I guess I forgot my centerpiece. I'll cut a centerpiece out too. I just watched the video on this ruler. It's pretty awesome. I might have to get one. See, I mean, that's what I thought when I looked at it. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I like the point. So, and I was going to do this little test off camera. But, life got in the way. One of these days, I plan on being independently wealthy, win the lottery or something. Wait, I think you have to play the lottery to win it. So maybe I won't wake up independently wealthy. Well, I missed something because all I see are straws and tools and vacuums. Okay. All right, I'm holding that. I'm holding you to that. My mom used to say, "We'll share when we win." I mean, she would scrape up money. She'd be looking in the couch for money just to make sure she could enter. She can get one ticket. You're working on your second because you gave up on your first. That's cute. I like that. Okay. Um, let's see. I think that is supposed to be 2 inches, not 2.5. Let's see. I'm going by cut strips at least. So it's giving me an option. Don't give me options. It's a written contract now. Too funny. What am I doing? What was I doing? Let's see here. Let's trim up one side. Trim, trim, trim. Okay. So I actually put in for a job for a promotion, basically, in Florida. Go visit Melissa. I'm supposed to hear back tomorrow. We basically decided that we weren't going to move the family. That I would move temporarily because it would be a temporary job. Um, so if I get the job, we may be filming this from a little mini extended stay. So we won't know until tomorrow. But yeah, I think we discussed that I would go alone. Um, because I'm on a fast track of I don't I'm not a mover and a shaker, so to speak, but I am upward mobile. So I don't know. We'll see. Um, we would have to run two households for temporarily. So I was like, I'll have to cut some spending in some places, and Lord help us, we can't cut the fabric spending. Although I've been on fabric restriction and I still buy fabric, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Need to watch the video on this ruler too. Just what I need to know. I'm telling you, I have an addiction. That's why I even look. Creative Grids also has a subscription box besides my Prarie Quilt having, which is my local quilt store, having the So Creative box. I'm seriously tempted to start subscribing to theirs. Okay, let's get back here. So back to what I was saying. It would be a temporary move. I would go to their plant, help them correct their issues, figure 6 months to a year, go to the next job. So I don't know. We shall see. That's if I get the job. I mean, he could have gone with somebody else. Although he asked a funny question in the interview that I was like, I have no idea. Why would he ask this question? But apparently, not having the answer was the answer. Um, he asked me, are you guys ready? How many jelly beans fits in a suitcase? I give you a minute. Who has an answer? How many jelly beans fits in a suitcase? You know, it says wrong sides and right sides. Any answers? How many jelly beans fits in a suitcase? see. Tracy, that's correct. So I said, um, we were doing this via Zoom right here because yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Um, he said, this may sound like it's not part of it, but how many jelly beans fits in a suitcase? And I said, for me personally, none. I'm diabetic. I can't have jelly beans. Apparently, he thought that was hilarious as he laughed. I said, and then it depends. I mean, is it my husband's suitcase? He has a much smaller suitcase than, say, mine because I like shoes. So I have a much bigger suitcase. I said, and then are we talking Barbie suitcase? If it's a Barbie suitcase, maybe 3 jelly beans. I said, how many jelly beans fits in a bag? I was like, I don't know. I would have to do some Google research. And he goes, you're correct. And I was like, which part was correct? So yeah, it was quite entertaining. Okay, this way. Okay. Hence, it says the tip should be facing you. You should be making sure it's a quarter of an inch away. I think. Let's see. And then it says to do it in like a um scooch. It says to do it like in a strip like this, right? That's it. What size are the jelly beans? I didn't ask what size the jelly beans were, but I did ask how many were in a bag. It says roughly a quarter of an inch between the squares as you place them on the strip, up, 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 and then continuously sew. So, what? So. Let's start at the top here. Leave a quarter of an inch away. Let's pin it, baby. Yeah, I think so. It's a much smaller plant than I currently am at. Um, so, but that's actually why I was a little late to the live. My husband and I were talking about that, and we decided that we would have the two different households temporarily because we have chickens and bees and grandchildren, and not everybody can move to Florida. So that's if I get the job. I mean, he could obviously have. He could obviously. Oops, that one's crooked. Um, I mean, he might go with somebody else. So I mean, and then uh, at this point in my career, we have the option of negotiating our pay raises and whatnot. So I mean, there's that. The higher up in corporate stuff you get, the changes things are. Oh no, I may not have chosen a piece of scrap fabric that has enough space. Let's see, do we have enough space? Oh, looky, we do. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like I'm ready to say charge. I'm not a huge jelly bean fan, but I mean, I do have sports beans for when I run, have energy and whatnot. So, okay. So let's see. Do a continuous. Do not stop at the end of the triangles. Then place it on your ironing surface. Can't even talk today. I'm glad you all speak Brandy because it's very helpful. Turn the chain piece over and cut them apart. Repeat the process. Let's see here. I may need. Hello, 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 hello. Let's see here. I'm going to repeat the fabric. There we go. It's funny that the life of my brain was stuck on meaty and not getting it. I want an ironing service. I know, right? I need um like, I don't know. I need like one of my grandkids to like live here full time, or not, maybe not even full time because I'm not sure I'm ready to have children at the home 24/7 again. But I like need them here when I'm sewing. So I mean, well, maybe I would need them here full time. You know, come over here and iron for me. That's what I need. Okay, let's trim this up real quick. That way it's ready when we go to do the other side. So my little 2-hour project may be longer, but we're getting an education on how to work this thing. So, and then everybody can go get the same little tool. Ah, you know, I'm addicted to templates and rulers and yeah. So that's what I liked about the way it was saying to put it together. I guess I could have watched the video before the live. But that would have been too easy. Crying out loud. Sheesh. Okay. Okay, so now this is ready for when we go to do the other side. Now, let's see here. I'm also currently trying new thread. We'll see how this works. What thread does everybody use? Let's see. I got off track already. Oh, yeah. So that's what I have currently in my machine is I'm trying connecting threads for the first time. And I got like, I don't know, I saw it on Amazon and I got like the fairy tale set, which had some pastels in it. And I have a lot of pastel stuff I'm using. So I got it and I currently have like is it silver that I've got in here? The silver one? I think it's the silver one that I currently have in there. So I was wondering, everybody's thoughts on that. I mean, I have some Aurifil thread. I have a cone of it, which is great for piecing. But when I did the free motion for um, table runner, the back side of it was all jacked up. But I did a free motion with this, and it works perfect. So I know that some machines don't like certain threads, so no. I just was wondering what everybody else was using. So, okay, so now I'll find the instructions now. I use vitamin as my main piecing. So yeah, so my machine likes it just fine for piecing, but it so didn't like it for free motion. It's a disaster on the other side of this thing. Which I usually look to the backside, but I was totally in the zone with my new suspension system and wasn't even looking. And when I think I got a jam or something bunched up and I flipped it over and was like, oh no, it looks horrible on this side. If I wash this thing, it's gonna fall apart. I mean, not literally fall apart, but you know. So so I use these connecting threads. The other day I did I quickly threw on the free motion foot and did a couple swirls on this, and the backside looks amazing. So I don't know. So that's it's weird. Okay. What's this for? Oh, now it says iron. Iron, baby, iron. Ooh. All right. Then it says, what does it then and what does it say? Then it says trim. Do not trim away the fabric under the start point. Trim away. Okay. Okay. We shall see if I'm doing this right. Oops. Trim. Trim, trim, trim. Well, I'm determined that we will have at least a star by the end of this. One of these days, I promise I will complete a project on my. Well, I guess we kind of finished the flag last time. Where'd my trash can go? Oh, I must have moved it. Okay. What is Omni thread? Okay. Okay. So and while I was at retreat, I didn't think to bring other colored thread. Not that I have a whole bunch of it because I bought some thread that I was like, oh, that's a good deal. I'll get that. And oh yeah, it doesn't work at all. Ooh, not at all. So, this lady was like, here, I have this. It's really thin. It's 100 weight, and I mean, it was gorgeous threaded. Ooh, my machine did not like that at all. No matter what tension I set it at, I could not get that stuff to work. Hmm. I think I may have cut that wrong. Yep, pretty sure it did. Because I think that is supposed to go. Yeah, that's not going to work. Because that should be even with the top of that when it's folded this way. Oops. Oops. Because that should not look like that. Dun, 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 dun. The divorce lawyer! Where's the divorce lawyer? What did I do with him? There he is. So yeah, so I tried to use that thread. I mean, no matter what setting I set it on. Yeah. I didn't trim the foundation square. I trimmed the other the strip, but I trimmed it the wrong direction. I didn't, yeah. The square is still there. So that's how I'm going to use the divorce lawyer, and I can reuse the square. I trimmed the strip the wrong way. I got to unmarry my seams. Neither of your brothers like cotton. Hmm. So mine seems to be doing fine with this one. And it does fine with the Aurifil as long as it's just piecing. This is what happens when you've been up all night and you try to do a project without watching the video, apparently. Something on. Well, at least these are totally usable pieces. Hi, Polly. Yeah, so I mean, I was reading that some people, some machines really have a preference. I was reading online, some people that had the exact same machines didn't eat. It's weird. So, coffee. Yeah, my budget doesn't like Orafill either, which is another reason I was looking into other threads. Well, maybe I'll get this job in Florida and I'll have to cut my budget. Maybe I won't eat so many sweets. Okay, so well, you missed me cutting my fabric wrong. That's what you meant. We're going to iron that out real quick. Okay. Yes, yes. I don't know what I was thinking when I cut it. I probably wasn't. That's the problem. Let's remake our little lines here because I was using a heat pen, which means when I just did all that, it disappeared. So we're going to change our pen here. To my water soluble one that I got the other day in my little sew sampler box. I gotta get ready for sew day. I'll be listening. Okay, Teresa. Oops, crazy lines. I don't know where that line was going. Let's make that a little bit darker. I don't know where that line was going. Much better. Okay. Take two. All right. For those of you watching my mistakes, pay attention. Don't make the same ones. Hi, June. Welcome. How are you today? I don't think I've used any of that thread, Missouri Star quilt thread. So far, I'm really happy with this connecting threads. Um, so, gotcha. Gotcha. Uh, like I said, for Orville, just for piecing, baby. All right, let's try this again. Yep, put a little less seam line there. Get back on track. All right, Colleen, we'll see you later. Have a good day. I think we're cooking with gas now. Um, well, I think that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay. Okay. Now, I've got to pin it on this one. All right, Kathy. See you later, Kim. Have a good day. We are working on the Rappy Stars. We were doing a um, trial star to make sure we're doing it right before we cut all our fabric. We would hate to mess that up. Domestic goddess duties. I love that. We are goddesses. Okay. Hi, Marie. How are you? Welcome. No worries, Melissa. Have a good day. Making binding today. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. Let's make sure we got the directions right. Let's see. Up, up. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's follow the thing here. Where's my instructions? Whew. Lord have mercy. I'm telling you, I'm tired. I think I trimmed my side pieces a little too much, but we're going to fix that because this can be any size I want it to be. Let's iron them all up, and then I'll show you what I did. Okay. So I obviously didn't have my other pieces long enough. It said at least I should have just left them at 2.5 inches and then I could have trimmed down. So lesson learned. Because it said strips at least that wide, so I trimmed it down. I should have just left it at that, but that's okay. We are going to trim it up. So we want to, we're going to talk to ourselves here. This is why my husband said a channel would be good for me, because I already talked to myself anyways. I might as well be talking to somebody. Oh, okay. No worries. We can cut this short if you guys need to go over the other to the other channel. I'm okay with that. Okay. And down. All right. See, I'm gonna have to rework this, but nice point. Whoops. So turn those up. All right. Apparently I didn't cut all the way through that. Maybe time for a new blade. Yeah. So oh, that's crooked. All right. I don't know what I was thinking there. Oh yeah. Let's see. The points are great. I can get it trimmed right. So, right. Oh, definitely got a great point. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's trim this one up. We'll assemble the star and then we'll cut into the project. All right. So, ah, so where did our little thing go here? Actually have more than that, but we have two more right there. So we know on average how to make the little stars. So, and we learned a lesson. So be careful how you cut your fabric. So they were when you read them, right, Marie? um. So, and a couple people went and watched the video for this and said it was relatively easy, which I should have watched the video before the live so that I understood the tool a little better. And so that may have been an issue. Um, Let's see. This is the tool, and it's called the Strippy Stars tool. And that little thing I made, I should have made 8 of those, and I only made 4. But I got the gist of it, and the points turned out very well, with plenty of room for a seam allowance. So I just didn't want to be trying this on the actual fabric for the project. I will watch the video when I'm done. And from here on out, I will watch the video before I use the tool, because that was a really good idea. So that was a great little practice. Okay. So that's how to work that. I may end up doing this, finishing this doing this project next week. Things is now we know how to use the tool. So that's a plus. And then this is the actual project. And then that way anybody who wants to actually do this will have time to get what they want. You can get this on the Creative Grid site. It's usually somewhere under the tool itself. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll see if anybody else, wants to do this, they have time to pick up this pattern, and we'll work on this next week. Now that I know how to do the points. So it was fun. And like I really do like how the little points turned out. So I mean, that's why people do paper piecing, I think. So because they get that sharp point. It is a Creative Grid. It's can you see that? And you can get this on Amazon. I linked it in the description of the So Creative subscription box that I opened. Cool. So I will link all this in the description so that anybody who wants to get it can pick it up, and we'll plan on doing this project next week. And I will also know by then whether I am temporarily moving to Florida or not. We'll still have our lives. It'll just be from a studio, long-term, what are those called? When you live in those, like, resident in, or whatever, when you stay in a hotel for a long time. Oh, did I say it was OmniGrid? I apologize. I used the OmniGrid to trim it up, but the actual template is Creative Grids. I apologize. And I may I may have said that because I'm really tired. You're going to move to New York? Studio B, yes, something like that, Teresa. Because the husband and I discussed it. if it's a temporary thing, there's no reason to move everybody. So hopefully I will know tomorrow and we'll go from there. But um, yeah. So I give you guys a minute to say goodbye to everybody. I'm trying to learn, Teresa. See, I'm giving everybody a minute to say goodbye. Or hi, as the case may be. All right, guys. We'll do this next week and I will know better how to do it. You guys all have a great day. Sorry.